What's up YouTube? This is 4th Star TCG, and today I have for you guys a very interesting PSA return. This return comprises 3 very small orders that I sent off to PSA, and I finally have them all back, so I figure I'd show them all off in a video. They're very different types of returns. They aren't grading returns, or well, technically they're grading returns, but they're very different types of grading returns. The first type I have for you guys is a crossover grading. I sent in a BGS 9.5 Gem Mint Regirock EX. This has been graded by Beckett, which is does the exact same thing as PSA, just a different company, and they graded this a 9.5 Gem Mint. BGS 10s, which are pristine, are incredibly hard to get. They sell for a lot of money. They're much higher quality than PSA 10s, but a lot of people still go with PSA because BGS 10s are so hard to get. So I sent this into PSA with a minimum grade of a 10, and I was really disappointed when it came back. As you can see that they threw it on a card saver here. They say minimum grade, which means that this did not meet the 10 grade, which I find pretty hard to believe. It looks really nice. There's nothing wrong with the back. Beckett gave it a 9 for corners. There is one very tiny nick on the top right corner here, but there's really nothing else besides that. So I'm very disappointed that this card did not come back a 10. There's really only very few times when you can actually expect a card to come back a 10, and when it's been graded Gem Mint by another grading company, that's kind of when you can reasonably expect a Gem Mint 10. But yeah, so I mean, I don't know. The thing that I think that might happen is the person who I bought this off of might have tried to cross-grade it to PSA themselves, and then when it didn't get a Gem Mint 10, they sold it. And I would assume that PSA keeps a record of what's been cross-graded and what grade it has received, just so that if it gets submitted multiple times, I mean, who knows? But even PSA itself can get grades wrong, which we will see towards the end of this video. So very disappointed with this card. Don't know what I'll do with it, as I don't collect Beckett graded cards. I might try to send it in again, but who knows? So there's that. The next one was a reholder because of a mislabel. So this one, my full art Groudon EX Japanese, first edition from Hail Blizzard. This was graded a 10, but so the grade has not changed, but it was not labeled as first edition, and I really wanted that first edition label on there because that's a correct labeling for the card. So definitely wanted that, so I was able to send it into PSA, and they corrected this free of charge, which is very nice, what you'd expect. But very nice to have this card back in my collection. It has been off for a reasonable amount of time. And now I'm going to get into the stuff that I'm super happy about. These 3 cards right here in this stack are regrades. So what I did was PSA offers a service where they call them review, where you can submit the cards in their holders. So like I have a PSA graded card right here. If I took a look at this Mega Rayquaza EX Full Art and said, you know what, that grade of a 9 is really a bad grade, I think it should deserve higher, you can send it in the slab, and PSA will take a look at it in the slab, review it, and if they determine that it is worthy of a higher grade, then they will take it out of the slab and re-encapsulate it with the higher grade. A lot of people, I know Gem Mint Pokemon did a regrade a while back, and he had really crappy results on that. This type of regrading where you submit it in the slab, a lot of people don't do it. What they tend to do is crack it out of the slab and then submit the raw card again for grading. And I wasn't feeling really comfortable with doing that, just because these cards that I sent in for regrading were very valuable, and I did not want to spend, if I damaged them, spend the money to, yeah, I just felt that trying this regrade option, because I felt that all of these cards were 9s. These 3 cards right here, they were 9s, and I felt that they definitely deserved the grade of a PSA 10. So that's why I sent them in for regrading. I kind of would have done whatever it took to get them graded a 10. If I had to crack them out, I would. because they were definitely deserving of that grade. But so we'll see what the regrades were. The first card was a Full Art Darkrai EX Japanese, and it's been graded a Gem Mint 10. So, as I was saying, this is pretty much unheard of when PSA looks at their own card that they have graded and decides to bump it up a grade. But yeah, this one was a 9 previously. I really did not think it should be a 9, as there was really nothing wrong with the card whatsoever. So I did send it in for regrading, and it received a Gem Mint 10. So super happy about this. This is probably the card that I'm most happy about in this regrade, and the reason is because I have an English Full Art Darkrai graded a PSA 10, and now I have the pair, the Japanese and the English. These Full Art Darkrai's are getting even harder and harder to find in mint condition. Basically, if you want a mint one, you're going to have to go out and buy a PSA 10. Those run, I think the last one sold for maybe $80 to $100. So definitely a very valuable card in a PSA 10. But just this is probably my favorite Full Art card ever made. So I'm very happy to get this graded a PSA 10. Next up, we have a card that I submitted in my first ever PSA submission. We have a first edition Genesect EX from Megalo Cannon, and this has been regraded a Gem Mint 10 as well. So this was a 9 previously, as I said before, and I'm really happy about this. I just love this Genesect EX Full Art, and I really wanted it in a 10. Usually when I want cards in a 10 really bad, I'll buy them in Japanese, because it's just so much harder to get them in English. And at the time I bought this, Virizion Genesect was a massively popular deck, so you were looking at $30, $35 for a mint Genesect EX Full Art, which I really didn't want to pay, as I knew the price would go down once Virizion Genesect gets rotated out. So beautiful, really happy with this card. And the next card is one that I'm very surprised with, that this card was regraded as such. But, I mean, I'll take it. It is a Gem Mint 10 Mewtwo Gold Star. This is my first English graded PSA 10 Gold Star, and only my second PSA 10 Gold Star. I have a lot of Japanese Gold Stars, but only one graded a 10, as they are very old and very hard to find in mint condition, let alone gem mint condition. So really, really happy that this came back a 10, as I might be open to selling this. I'm trying to acquire one more card, one more PSA graded card this summer, so this might be up for sale. If you guys are interested, definitely shoot me a PM or an email. My email is fourthstartcg@gmail.com. And just to give you an idea, this is going to be $300 plus, so if you aren't prepared to pay that, please do not contact me, as $300 is a low price for this card. The previous ones on eBay sold for like $350, $375 or something like that. So definitely keep that in mind. Do not contact me if you're not willing to pay that, as these cards are not up for trade, as they are extremely high-end and very hard to come across. So just really, really happy with this PSA regrade, as these cards are just beautiful. Super happy to get these back. This Groudon EX Full Art, all the... probably want the Mewtwo out front for that little fan shot. But just an amazing PSA regrade, and really happy with this. So thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe, and stick around for more videos.